Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. I'm back. So I got this free not too long ago from Epic. So, I'm going to play it. Story mode because I'm an old man and I suck. Subtitles on. Show Bark subtitles. Cinematic subtitles. Yeah, I would actually like those as well. Text size. Wow. By default, it's 0? Well, I'm old. Making the text size a little bigger actually makes some sense, so we'll go with that, sure. But I'll note that 0 had a value. I mean, that's 0, but it has size. It's non-zero size. Anyway.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes.
Well,
thanks to the comfort
corporate
and safety of
ownership.
your very
What could
own hibernation
possibly go
chamber.
wrong?
You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of
Minor
your own
term of
destiny.
service. Yes,
When you
this
go
is called
out of this
indentured
world,
servitude.
the Halcyon Colony.
Colony ship Hope found drifting colonists unable to be revived. Hope to be left at edge of colony. Breach of Hope security corridor, unidentified ship. Hope landing bay 052. Phineas Vernon Wells, fugitive, wanted by Halcyon Holdings, blah, 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 blah. I'm saying I couldn't read it fast enough. Oh, everybody's frozen.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Well, yeah. Capitalism, though. It obviously works. Let's see. I have 6 points remaining. Well, I want to be smarterer. Charming. A little bit more perceptive. And a little bit better temperament. Just completely average strength and dex. I have 2 points available. Handguns are at 9. Long guns are at 16. Let's see, tech. Science. Where does one spend the points? After 50, let's see. Well, I'm already 20, so I can improve my weapons and armor in the workbench. That's nice. Determination. Companion health. Persuade. Lie. How do I actually increase these points, though, is the question. Oh, the clicky. Presumably there. Let's see. Well, let's be even better at tech.
A fellow tinkerer.
Oh, that's nice. And ranged.
You are going to paint the system red, my friend.
There we go. I'm going to paint the system red, which sounds messy and will require an awful lot of paint. Aptitude. So we have presumably 1 aptitude. Elevator operations specialist. Wow. Okay, determination, buff effects, block, persuade, shock damage, engineering dodge, N-ray damage received, food additive tester, janitor sanitation class, tossball team mascot, tempting. Scientist assistant, more science? I like
All right,
science.
Freddy. Huh, we all start somewhere, I suppose.
I will be male. You have any older, more mature faces? Oh, that's a handsome fellow. Skin tone, pasty white, I think. Yeah, yeah. Steely blue. Brow forward. What we need is we need games that have a camera attached that will do their best to replicate what they see. I thought one game had that. I can't remember. One of the Asian MMOs I thought had it. Eye size, eye vertical, nose tilts, cheeks, hair. Oh, I think you know me. You know where this is going. Can't we just have, white in here somewhere? That's probably as close as I'm going to get. And the style, well, the style's going to be none at all. There we are. Eyebrow style. Mostly invisible in my case, so we'll go with that. Facial hair, now we're talking. It's just stubble. Well, that's kind of where we're at right now. I think it was 40 out of 50 should get me to the same look. Yeah. No, I think we'll, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm doing the Santa Claus thing and trying to let this grow in, but it never grows in. Well, I certainly think that he's handsome. Devastatingly handsome, I might go so far as to say. Makeup? Who needs makeup with a face like this? Dirt? I wash my face regularly, whether I needed it or not. Oh, age, now we're talking. There we are. Now. Yeah. Well, my name? I'm Lens. And you are? So, my body strength and dex are average. Very high intelligence. Good perception. Very high charm. Good temperament. I'm a scientist. I'm good with long guns. Okay with handguns and heavy weapons. Very persuasive. Good at hacking. Good with medicine, science, engineering, all of those things. He is waking me up.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
And away he goes.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers.
Excellent use of the phrase bootlickers. We don't hear bootlickers often enough.
Initiate skip jump.
I also like toadies and lick spittles. Lick spittles is my very favorite term of abuse for someone who does whatever somebody else is telling. Lick spittles.
Shit.
Phineas is disappointed. Are we there yet, Dad? Are we there yet?
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take.
Imagine how much worse our world will be in 70 years. It's mind-boggling.
Leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped you
Really
up
nice
with a
animation, by the
special
way.
concoction I devised
Really
to keep you
nice.
from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship
A
is
bounty on your head, you say?
I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck.
Oh. Oh, I just threw up a little in my mouth. Oh. Oh, I can taste the bean salad. 60th anniversary of the Hopes.
Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler.
I'm going to
His
turn up
name
the
is Hawthorne,
speech
and he
volume
should
a
be
minute.
waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Well, I won't let all the colonists down. And here we are.
Ah, you've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it.
So
Oh,
that...
well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Hawthorne.
Won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing.
Well, yeah, the squashing is probably not his choice of ways of starting things out. Let's, setting. Audio. Voice up. Menu up. Effects down just a touch. And a couple more ticks on the master volume, and we should be ready to go. Don't suppose he's got like a gun or anything on him. Doesn't look like it. Well, it's a nice place. We got rings around the planet. Or rings around the moon. Well, I'm not sure if we're the moon or the planet. Oop, critter. Scampering critter. Oh, no, just a rock. It is in my way that I have to... My way is to kind of use to go... Oh, left control. Sure, that works. And to sneak. Sneaking, not my thing. My thing is always browsing around. Ooh. Left crouch to sneak and avoid detection. Well, we've got... Oh. While sneaking, use tall grass, rocks, or other cover to hide from enemies. I suppose there's anything in the pot. He must have just died. So, sneak over here. In the grass. Shh. Oh, there's a critter. The awareness meter over enemy heads tells you if they're unaware, suspicious, investigating, or alerted. Timid. They're timid. Not all of them. Awareness meter. I guess that's the red line. All right. Oh, back down we go. I'd feel better with a large array of firepower at my beck and call. Oh, it's a Sprat. Jack Sprat could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Yeah, like me tripping balls. Ow. I have low health. Use the emergency medical inhaler. It consumes one adreno. I'm not that low health, but fine. Oh, dude, I am so wasted. I am baked. Oh, there's a person here.
You, come here.
Okay.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings.
Oh, let's try medical.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one.
15 experience points.
Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
Spacer's what?
Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right?
Pretty good, I'm betting.
Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
You're hiding in a cave and you blocked off the exit. You're as good as dead.
Spacer's Choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post.
Well, yeah.
I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Let's see, lie, intimidate. I think my persuasion was good. I've got a better idea. Give me your gun. I'll go get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way
Another
around
15
a gun.
experience points?
Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Nice work. Can you tell me where I am?
You hit your head or something?
Yeah.
You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Do you know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something?
Not that I'm aware of.
Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Okay, well, I'm off. We have anything else that I can beg, borrow, or... Well, okay, I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to borrow. I am just going to steal. If I can. Spacer's choice. Looks like we have something over there glowing. Oh, yes, it's a light. I have 9 rounds in the gun and 102 total. I'm going to shoot the barrels.
Damage my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
It is pretty. I'm tripping balls again. Hibernation complication detected. Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving and making attacks drain it faster. The TTD meter refreshes slowly over time. Q. He's a marauder. Oh, headshot! What does spacebar and spacebar do? Why is that on my right? Oh, enemy killed, 100 XP. Pick up mag pick. 0G brew. I got some mac and cheese. Mock apple, bunch of nanners, more mag picks, which I'm assuming are used to pick locks. Your hacking and lockpick skills help you get into places you're not meant to be. Mag picks are used to break open locks and bypass shunts. Are used to break computer encryptions. If your skill is high enough to break security, you'll see how many mag picks or shunts you'll need and how long it'll take. Raising your skill will lower that number of picks used and speed up the process. So that will take 9, either 5 out of the 9 picks and 5 shunts, and I don't have enough. Okay. Let's, I want to poke around a bit, as is my nature. I am very much a poke around a bit kind of guy. Good. I knew I could pick that up. Fish sticks and pre-sliced bread and fast rations in pill form. So evidently it requires both picks and shunts. Let's see if we can see what the command is for picking locks, as I didn't notice. Button layout. Do I look like the kind of guy who uses a controller? Come on. Use interact is E. Quick save is F5. I'm going to go ahead and F5 it. And no, we can't get that open. At least not yet. All of his stuff. What about the other guy? The other guy I used the time dilation on and popped him. Was he all the way down there somewhere? Oh, we got another one. We got another 2. There were 2 of them up here I killed. Can't find one of them. So we're going to use our time dilation.
Hear that?
Got him. All right. Did I just keep thinking I missed one of the guys that I murdered right at the very start. He's here. That's the guy, first guy I got. The second guy I got, I think, was right over here. I don't see his body anywhere. All right, we got a couple more down here, though. We'll get their bodies taken care of. Or maybe if the bodies have nothing on them, they vanish. Possible. Because there were a couple guys I just shot down here who appear to have vanished. So, I'm going to operate on the assumption that the bodies vanish if they've got nothing on them. Because that's just the way nature works.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
What a gun. Who's going to kill me?
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators.
Oh my god, landing
Oh,
violators.
I'm that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad.
The nerve!
I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
I've already dealt with a few of these marauders. Not impressed.
You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
Let's see. Intimidate, lie, persuade. A Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation...
Acting manager means you're management.
You know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Damn Skippy.
Here we go.
I'll cover you. Where are they? Ding 2! Pretty impressive, I have to say. You've been promoted. Well, you know, hard work and a devotion to my craft has led me to this singular moment in my existence, in that it is the first time I've leveled up. So it is definitionally a singular moment. Congratulations, you've gained enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger to advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, gives you points to upgrade your skills, as well as gives you access to a new perk every other level. Keep leveling, and you'll be upper management material in no time. Auntie Cleo management training, skill improvements. Every time, I have to put on an Auntie Cleo voice, obviously. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point on a core skill, melee, improves all of the specialized skills in that group, up to a maximum of 50. After 50, you add points directly to specialized skills, up to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each skill description to see what these are. Armor, consumables, and status effects can temporarily raise and lower your skills. This helps or hurts skill checks and the skill's passive bonuses. but won't give or take away the skill unlocks. Work diligently, improve yourself, and you too can achieve middle management. We got 10 points. Tech skills, improve your tech knowledge. Well, I like more guns. Ah, okay. Well, we're going to, that got those up to 20. Next is at 40. So what we're going to want to do is make sure we optimize to hit 20s. So 4 points will get lie up to 20. 4 points will get medical up to 30. We have 9 points left. Determination up to 20. Let's go with leadership. And then we got 1 more point, and there we go. So what did we get here? We got handguns up to 20. So that's TTD hit location effects, heavy weapons, same deal. We got medical up to 30. And we got determination up to 20, so the inhaler heals you and your companions. But they only get 30% of the healing effects. Ah, that's healing, or that's skills. We'll apply those. Time dilation location. You've unlocked time dilation hit effects or tactical time dilation. Hitting enemies in different locations during TTD claims or cripples. Maims or cripples those body parts. Try different locations to see different effects. Hits to the chest produce different effects when using different weapons. All right, we also have perks. Auntie Cleo, specialized management seminars, selecting perks. Welcome to perk selection. On this screen, you can choose which perks to buy with your perk points. You get a new perk point every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as accepting a flaw. Acquiring 5 new perk points makes the next tier of perks available to you. Auntie wants you to be your best to help her be the very best. All right, let's see. 50% base health seems pretty good. Additional time dilation meter max. Damage when alone in the party. Walk speed, sprint speed, weapons, and durability armor loss reduced. Companion crit chance, science weapon magazine size. Well, my science weapon magazine is quite large. 20% on the vendor prices. 50% XP from companion kills. Fast travel. When encumbered. Tactical time dilation recharge rate. Carrying capacity, always a good one. I think in the short term, base health. The time dilation recharge rate, I think, actually. Base health, I'm probably not going to be in immediate danger immediately. So we'll go with the time dilation. Journal. Let's see. Completed? None. Botched? None. Stranger in a strange land. The smuggler took your meeting location a little too literally. Yeah, he did. So, any of the... Oh, yep. Another light pistol. Good, good. Any other dead bodies around that I can take all their stuff? He had a necklace. Guess that means I now have a necklace. Ah. TNL Weapon Safety Management. Weapon Management. Weapons and Safety Training. You can have up to 4 weapons equipped at a time by dragging them to the slots on the top of the screen. On this page, you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, and flag them as junk or break them down for parts. Players with the engineering skill can repair weapons on this screen as well. Take care of your TNL weapons. They'll take care of your enemies. Yeah, we can go with the saber, I guess. In the 2 spot. Armor management. Yeah, it's fine. Rebuilt mining gear. Hibernation suit. Let's see. Tech skills +5. Stealth skills +5. Well, I'm a tech kind of guy, so. Consumables. Right. No mods. That is a mag pick. We have 3 of those. Quest. And that is just a junk item. Okay. I was wondering what that was in particular. All right, did we get all the bodies? No. Is everybody okay? The management who charged, did she not make it? I was busy killing the marauders at that time. I'm curious. So we have 2 light pistols, and I am using a light pistol. So if I break this down, it'll give me 3 weapon parts. Okay. You can fast travel to locations you've unlocked by opening your map and selecting the destination.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Well, I'll be kind of the judge of that. And that it's now mine. Mine!
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
Okay.
Hello, Marauder.
I'm not a marauder.
I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors.
I'm not soliciting.
Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I believe that's against the 3 laws. I don't appreciate being talked to that way.
I have been programmed to communicate with diplomacy and tact. Please allow me to demonstrate.
Please do.
Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all board parties in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, you're
1.
hilarious. You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed.
It was a good
I
try.
have been programmed to express disappointment.
No, it was really good try. You shouldn't feel ashamed or anything. Is this Hawthorne's ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne.
That's a yes.
I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Fat Buddy, good evening, my friend. Hawthorne was supposed to meet me. Your captain's a red smear under my escape pod.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information.
Keep
Thank you for
processing.
your patience and for your honesty.
Well, I mean, I didn't do it intentionally.
I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I am Captain Hawthorne. I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne, or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne.
You're
I
welcome.
see your powers of
I
deductive reasoning
thank you,
remain intact.
and you're welcome. Whichever is appropriate.
Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable.
Oh, that is a
Our
problem.
main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been
Okay.
irreparably damaged.
Now
and
1,000
must be
experience points
replaced.
for me. Engineering 5. I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed.
More
However,
XP.
The probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters. of
Fortunately, there is
certainty.
one of those nearby.
High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge.
Oh,
Please
thank
try not to lose
you.
it this time.
You are so
This
thoughtful,
cartridge
Ada.
identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable.
Well
Do you
named.
understand?
Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation.
You do good work,
Best of
Ada.
luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
I will do much better than that other fellow, who will remain nameless and lifeless. It wasn't my fault, though. I think that's important. I think it's important that I
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification,
weapon parts.
the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal. I suppose everything on the Unreliable
Sawed-off
belongs to you
shotgun.
now, Captain.
Item repair. Well,
Help yourself. No, really.
welcome to the Crux 2000 Workbench. The workbench allows you to repair, upgrade, and modify your weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor that you want to work with, then choose what you want to do with it. Repair it, break it down for parts, modify it with a mod, or tinker to upgrade it. It has no installed mods, because I have no mods. I have no mods. Tinker. I'll increase its damage. I have insufficient bits. Let's not discuss my bits. We really don't need to talk about my bits. This is going out over the internet. A toss ball stick. I'm not that interested in toss ball. Okay. Let's see what's upstairs. The captain's quarters, very...
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
That's disappointing. It's my
These
ship.
are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
Well, who would need anyone other than you, Ada? You're the best.
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them.
Oh, I won't ignore them. I am enjoying the fact that you're monitoring me constantly. Algae lager. You know, when I want a flavor in my lager, I always go with pond scum. You just can't go wrong. Salt tuna. Oh, we can check on that in a sec. Let's see.
The ship's
the
engines
engines.
cannot be powered until a replacement regulator
Yeah,
has
the
been
regulator. I
properly
know.
installed. Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine.
Vocational
Alex installed
competence
it himself
respecification machine.
right before he died.
Character respecification. Choosing to respec refunds all your spent skill and perk points. The price increases every time you use the machine. So you can respec. That's very cool. All right, well, I think we have covered our ship. So we now need to get going. Find that power thing. Oh, Ernest, how you doing?
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards.
Yeah, Marauders killed him.
Now, it seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me they're all dead.
Yep,
Mind telling me what happened here?
That is very perceptive of you, Ernest. Tempting to go with the guards accidentally brutally shot themselves while on patrol. Yeah, the guards and the locals had a bit of an altercation.
Altercation, you say?
Yep.
Shame as that goes. Spacer's Choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours.
They have
Guess
shamed
I'd better get
themselves.
to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt.
That's a good point. Let's see. I could use their gear. No sense in letting a good suit of armor go to waste.
No can do, friend.
Ah,
That armor's Spacer's Choice property. Bodies, too. Living or otherwise. Company policy, you see.
yeah.
You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater
I
at your
guess.
earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition.
If I was aggressive, I'd be shooting
Oh,
you and taking
Be sure to
your
stop by
clothes.
the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Hang on, I want to ask you
Don't
something.
get paid bits to chat with strangers. You want to chew the rag, go talk to Silas over by the cemetery.
I'll be on my way, you snot. He's not very friendly. Oh, Canid Farrell. I don't see any cause for me to do nothing with a doggy tail. Well, let's see. We got a road that way and a road that way. That road appears to point the way we're going, so we'll run that way. Pretty world.
You hiding? You strike, you go! Who goes? Come out! Let my eye!
Sorry about that, guys. Oh, they killed a resident. That wasn't me. I killed them. The guys who killed the resident. All right. I get a reward for that, by the way? I'm just checking, because after all, I killed them. I did it to get even for the resident that they had killed, because he was a very close friend of mine. No, we'd never met. I was more of a pen pal. Yeah. Let's see. Sentry span. Yep. Any more marauders? I can do a little more practice firearm. Good for laughs. Breaks the ice at parties.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Over there.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory.
Well, I've killed 1,000 of them this evening. I'm just passing through.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Low prices. Nice. I never got your name. Oh, I don't want to tell them I'm Lens, because I'm actually Alex Hawthorne. They pay you to chat to strangers?
I am employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery.
Ah, plenty of work for you around here.
Silas, Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater.
In
We're all part of
humor.
the Spacer's
I've
Choice
never
family.
heard that word before. I don't know if it's even a word. I'll be on my way. Junior in humor. Fancy title for a gravedigger. I really do like it, though. Who do I talk to about a peg power regulator?
Definitely not the Junior in humor, that's for sure.
Good point.
If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office.
Reed
He's up
Thompson.
in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker.
True.
What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offering me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
Why don't you collect these fees yourself? Let me ask about something. No. You want me to collect what's owed to you? I can do that.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Or shoot his head a little? Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into
All right.
Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
I'll be back. Thank you for your assistance. The quest tracker shows objectives. You change your active quest with the quest log in your ledger. Which one's the ledger? That's the town leader. That's the one I wanted. Really, it's a remarkably pretty planet they have. And, quite the shithole they live in. I'm sure it's very nice for a shithole. Oh, I have to hold. Edgewater discovered 600 more XP. Oh, whoa. Food, smokes, beer. That's the cannery. Spacer's Choice Cantina discovered 50 XP. The Saltuna Cannery. Emerald Vale of Terra 2. That's a terminal. Looks like it's locked. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Edgewater Saltuna Cannery. Spacer's Choice Property. Terminal access. Logs. Edgewater Saltuna faculty strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Notice. Schedule your sick leave with your Spacer's Choice foreman and or supervisor. Be considerate toward other members of the Spacer's Choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Lost hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying back your sick leave. We'll try to arrange a wage deductions instead. Remember, work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with your local vicar. Seems completely reasonable and rational to me. Second floor. Lingerie, pet supplies, power tools.
Miss Holcomb, I need you to explain this to us. The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
You are a
The
fathead.
can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
She just
I
did.
do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Not necessary. You Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Well, that's correct. I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits.
So what little
Been
you
a few
have?
seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing.
That's what she just said.
I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
That does seem good. Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise. I never would have guessed.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
If you want me to solve your deserter problem, I charge by the head.
Good law, no. I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize Adelaide?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
She's also a city in Australia. These workers must have left town for a reason, or what if Adelaide doesn't want to come back? Well, what if Adelaide doesn't want to come back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family.
Yeah.
If we dissolve into factions, then we will all...
Are you familiar with the concept of the B arc?
Adelaide will understand that.
All right, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful.
My first companion.
You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant.
I
am trusting you with mine. And trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. C&P New Manager Seminar Companions. You've gained a companion. They're characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities in the Inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the Companion Ledger.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Really, quite the Spartan office you have here, Mr. Thompson. With me, Parvati? I think she kind of has a crush on me.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. You got a minute? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
If I wanted to deal with nuance, I wouldn't be this heavily armed. I'm not heavily armed, so I can't really go with that one. Figures, Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Did you know this Adelaide Reed mentioned?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. Alls I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
You can't leave it at that. Why were Reed and Adelaide arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them? You were friends or what?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Well, I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but
yeah,
every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
All right, I'll talk to Max. Where would I find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing.
I'll think about it. Let's go, Parvati. East side of town. Well, that's east. We've got two things on the east side of town. Corporate
Sorry,
trooper.
I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out.
Is that clean? Hard to tell. That doesn't look... Oh, that looks like it's got, you know, stained glass and whatever. I'm thinking that maybe... there's no way in, at least not over here. Well, then we'll go into this. Oh, that's to the outdoors. The great outdoors. Oh, or perhaps I could just go in through, you know, like the front door. Yeah, maybe the front door.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
So everyone has to stand for the services? That seems a bit much. Oh, I guess they have a couple of pews. Oh, this must be the vicar or the vicar's secretary? Oh, the vicar.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to.
Yeah, big prizes
Name
on
your
Guild Wars
poison.
2
Anything
efficiency
at
over the
all.
next few days.
Spiritual counseling.
And last I
This
saw,
season's
about
tossball
45,000
predictions.
people had entered.
The quickest way out of
So
town.
our odds are 50-50. Okay, 1 in 50,000. Almost the same thing. Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look
Yeah,
at the floor,
and a mega ticket
answer
would
in
be
single
nice.
words and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so
All kinds of
brave
goodies,
as to
especially on
drive her to
Christmas
my
Day.
mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vic?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Depends on how well the leader can provide beyond your walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Right. Just talk everybody into coming together. I'll keep that in mind.
If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge.
Instead of words in their ears, I can use
If you
bullets.
don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
I didn't assume. And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts.
Oh, heretical texts.
I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's
want me to
walls.
get it.
My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
I bet he would. A handsome sum, you say? Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Oh, I'll need to know a little bit more about the book before I agree to this.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos.
I was
Not many in
thinking
this colony
probably
could understand its true value,
erotica.
should they ever read it.
No, it did cost me neither an arm nor a leg. I got it from Epic Game Store for free, so you might say it cost me my soul. I think that's probably a defensible point of view to have. I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
All right, Vic. I bet he hates being called Vic. Well, what do we have in the way of questicles? Any others in town? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, well, it's EGS. Let's see, what is the journal? That's the companion ledger, right? Right. Journal, there we are. Main quest. Comes now the power. Okay. Stranger in a strange land. I'll need transportation. Right. I'll need the power regulator. Right. Workers are abandoning the town. The illustrated manual. A small grave matter. Silas, the local grave digger, asked you to collect money from a few workers. Let's set that as active. Let's have a chat with some of the local workers. That's outside, isn't it? That's the Emerald Vale. Yeah. So we'll get the ones inside first. Here in town.
Something got you down?
Something got me down? No, I'm fine. Lovely town you got here.
Another day at the cannery.
The barber shop. Do 4 people work here?
But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Conrad Sadiq.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene.
Wow.
Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Yeah. I can show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards.
I don't have any hair.
You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
That's awful. Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
That's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition. I'm liking the Starkey response to him.
Thank you, no. I despise the cereals. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
Internal organs? I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
I'm just checking to see if I can find anything that, oh, that would be stealing. Apparently he doesn't like stealing. What if I close the door? Would that change his mind any? No. No, he still doesn't want me stealing. Letter from Phyllis. Conrad. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset, and someone has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down by his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry him out. We'll sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet. We use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me the special signal the next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis. Somebody is working on a bad thing. Just gonna quickly, browse around and then,
What can I do for you?
I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for your gravesite fees? One, medical. You sound like you've had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Sorta. So you prepare corpses for burial. Pretty specific job description.
You may think that, but the tidiness of my fellow worker is my responsibility. Alive or otherwise. Whether you're showing up to work or going to that great cannery in the sky, it's my job to make you look like a million bits.
A megabit. I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
I'm a mind reader. Don't tell anyone.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open.
That's probably true, too.
Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
You're probably worth a few bits.
More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings.
They're going into the ground.
I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body.
and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills? Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
See? I don't care. I'm just here to collect your dues.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Goodbye. Made me work for it. Not the brightest.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Martin?
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist?
That's what I am.
Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
I'm here to collect your gravesite fee.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Look, he told me everything. How long do you think you could keep a secret like that?
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me.
May as well.
I'm dying.
Yep.
I'm not long.
We're all
in this
dying.
World.
You're just...
The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sure it's all very tragic and heartbreaking. Pay me so I can get out of here.
I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelance...
That's certainly possible.
I could really use the help.
It depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway.
Cache of medicine.
I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Can do. But not so fast. I've got some questions.
I'll do what I can.
I assume there are guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Right, okay, yeah. What can you tell me about these marauders?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Okay. I've heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
Yeah. I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
I hate it when plague is in my spleen. I'll leave you be. Martin is muy loco.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Why is that, Esther?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
Okay. Medical 5. He's got symptoms of something. He's saying it's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
I have no idea what that might mean. Somebody being around a long time and having cobwebs in their attic. I don't have an attic. If I had an attic, that would be where my upstairs neighbor lives. And that would be weird.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
All right.
More XP.
Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town. and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
I'll consider it. I get it. You need someone to smuggle you medicine under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but
I am.
sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
All right. Well, you know. In here. Cannery. Ding 3. Got more pointses. Precious. Well, let's put in 6 into tech and get that science. Right. It's at 40 right now. Right. Okay, got the long guns up to 30. Granted, we don't hit a breakpoint until we hit the 20s. Let's bump up our lying a little bit. We got 3 points left, huh? Let's go ahead and dump in. 3 points left. That'll get leadership up to 20. Oh. Start again. We'll try that again. All right, that's 20, which means inspiration now. We can give them orders to special attack. Nothing else is immediately close. Oh, dialogue. We have 3 points left, though. We can get our intimidate up to 20 as well. There we are. And apply. I accept. I've unlocked Dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Companion abilities. Auntie Cleo knows friends make everything better. You can command companions to use their special abilities. C or V for 1 or 2. Okay. Let's go ahead and bop in a quick save. Pardon me, sir. Excuse me. I need to talk to a person about a thing. Phyllis?
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Wow. Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that? Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
You have to pay for your neighbor's gravesite fees?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said he shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were the closest living relative. I guess you lived closest to him?
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death.
Yep.
I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Vandalism, huh? Did you have to clean bits of him off the wall or something?
First of all, that's a horrible thing to say. Secondly, yes, we did. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words,
Spacer's
Edgewater
choice.
would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Would have? You didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly
Well, yeah, I had
swinging in
noticed.
luxury.
I did use the word
We can't afford
shithole.
to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own
This town's
lives.
pretty messed up. I'll let you get back to work. Pretty messed up. Don't suppose there's like a box of no. Fine. Everybody's got things that are owned, and they don't want me to pick them up and take them away with me. I think they're being extraordinarily close-minded. Those things might prefer being with me, you know? In fact, I'm sure they would definitely prefer being in my possession. All right, we'll head out. Salt tuna. Pardon the yawn, old man. All right, where are we? Nice place you got here. Edgewater landing pad discovered.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
So Edgewater is dying, in short. Yeah, well, probably the best thing for it, really. Hi, Ludwig.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for
Nope,
months.
not really
Guess
happening
the boss
here.
finally came to his senses.
Nope.
You ever swung a truncheon?
Maybe.
Let me see your rifling stance.
Hey.
I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
My rifling stance is not for casual observations. Silas sent me. You owe him your gravesite fees.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the call.
I guess that's what it means. I'm gonna let you be. You okay? You seem confused.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant.
I am always ever vigilant, but I'm not standing. I'm sitting right now.
Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence.
Yep.
I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising.
The birds did start it, to be
When
fair.
the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
My money's on leading the mechanicals. If your resistance needs another gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's Chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees, you know.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
Exactly. What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Sir, yes, sir. If I'm going after this mechanical scout, I could use a couple of pointers.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Blue glowy square thing. Got it. I'll let you be. Sir. Die robot, deal with the mechanical scout. It's 130 meters away, but not for long. 'Cause I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put a bunch of perforations in its mechanical butt, so to speak. Where's the blue glowy thing? Here, blue square glow. Oh, it's dead. Energy cell, armor parts. Well, before we head back over, we'll see if there's anything else around. Press Z to send your companion back to look at you. Combat drone. Heavy ammo. Nice, nice. Damaged mechanical sentry. Oh, nice ammos. I like ammos. Tarmac and cheese. Just like Mom used to make. Turlet. Mock apple juice, mock apple cider. Some pre-sliced bread. Frozen dinner. Another combat drone. Excellent. And a bunch of busted ass combat drones just sitting around here. Well, I think we found all of the... Whoop! Not all of it. Well, let's head back and cash it in. We took care of that thing in no time flat. What? We've got something hostiles over there. Oh. Canid Feral.
Look at us!
I was eating an assistant tarmac and cheese. Tartarus sauce. Gotten a weapon mod. Install weapon mods at a workbench. I think it was Tarot Ray. I think it was a silencer type deal. Whisper of something. I thought I saw a flash by. We'll run back to our friend over here. Cash in our successful quest.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Already did. You won't have to worry about that scout anymore, sir.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs?
Not quite.
Dropped the cables out its head case?
I shot it.
Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination.
Yes, and touch yourself
You're
while
a
you think about it, I'm
passing
sure.
fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer. A weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical heart.
Pointed stick?
Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
It worked for Michael Corleone. You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory.
Sharp, ain't it?
Yep.
The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
That's a really good point. I'll let you know if I find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
I'll let you be. Okay. We got to get Ludwig's bundle. I think Ludwig lost his bundle a long, long time ago. Mantis swarm examined.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Another day at the cannery.
Z, X, and C. Z is companion. X and C. Right. Companion abilities. Got it.
At least we've got work.
Is there a way for me to put my gun away so I don't accidentally, shoot somebody? Jump, sprint, crouch, sneak, use, interact, reload. Hold to holster. There we go.
You're not a big girl.
Oh, how you doing? Hey, I just gotta take a quick leak, if you don't mind. Don't mind me, just need a quick
Hasn't
leak.
abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another zero-G.
Ludwig's secret weapon. Return to Ludwig. Thanks, guys. I just had to, shake a leg, so to speak. It's just a phrase. Pardon the yawn. Old man. Oop, this is not where I wanted to go. Wrong door. Ooh, wonder what's up here. Oh. Okay, Ludwig. Ludwig von Beatstick. Ludwig. The Ludovico technique?
Bring us honor, soldier.
I found the package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law.
Wow.
You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Yeah, I'm sure. That sounds like fun. How do I use this injury customizing unit exactly?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle.
Okay, I'll try that.
It's time for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed
I think
Thompson.
I've got that already. Don't worry, I already got the passcode from Reed.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security.
Well, I mean, that seems a
I
bit
need you to get us
harsh.
the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
Could you speak a little slower for me? And how am I supposed to get one of these logic modules?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries, so you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're going to have to find an intact model somehow.
Parvati, is the logic module something you could help with?
I don't reckon so.
What?
I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. Keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
I'm sure she is. What are you planning with the module?
Don't tell anyone, all right?
I won't. Promise.
I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are going to rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Edgewater is in the middle of nowhere. You don't have a contact, do you?
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contract.
Ah.
I didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around
It wasn't
you.
the grammar. It was the intended.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Oh, man. High praise. I'll let you be. Crazy man. He's a crazy man. I don't want to steal any of this stuff. Do I? Really? Use the workbench. Okay. Modification. To install your mod, first select the item you wish to modify, wish to upgrade. Then choose what type of mod you wish to install. Scope, armor plating, whatever. Finally, pick the mod to install, and boom! You've upgraded your item. Both weapons and armor can be modified. Mods can't be removed once they're used, so put them on your favorite gear. Joke weapons are built for the discerning warrior who wants custom and personalized weapon, just like everyone else. Let's see, that is an impact hammer. Bang, bang, Maxwell's impact hammer came down on his head. Tinker. We have bits, so we could tinker, increasing the damage on our light pistol that we currently have equipped. It's at 84%. We can break down a couple more of these. We want to break that down. Where's the breakdown? When I break down. Ah, there we go. There's show 2 there. But why, in the breakdown, do we only show 1? Don't know. So if I want to modify this, let's say. The only mod we've got is the Mag 2 Zap. Ranged weapon. Magazine changes the weapon's damage type to shock. Electrically charges the chambered round immediately before firing. Upon impact, the round discharges, electrocuting the target. Well, sure. I'm hitting E, nothing's happening. Improve your weapon. That is a follow from the Beard Supreme. Quality name. You will now get my one. It's not true anymore. I don't have just one spiel. I have a couple of them now. But this is the spiel I've had the longest. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Thanks, and good evening. Why? Well, it's pretty. Sorta. So, I hit E and it doesn't install. Free is a great price. It is tough to beat free. Improve your weapon. It won't let me install. Why will it not? It says E. It says install. After installation, mod cannot be removed. Unless you're an engineering virtuoso, I am not yet, but we'll install it. And now, my gun shoots electricity. All right, Parvati, let's see which quest next. Die Robot Die. Retrieve a logic module. The illustrated manual. All right, I do need to return to Silas. After all, we have completed what he wanted us to complete, so... Oh, not that way, this way. We've got him all of the grave deposits from our cheery little town. I heard something making a noise. They have pens? Do they have, like, critters in the pens for food purposes? All right, Silas, I got your mission done for you.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit? Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about, Silas?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry, Parvati.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Hey, about those fees you wanted?
You run into any trouble?
I'm done. Paperwork, fees, signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Well, you know. I went out of my way for you. I just want you to know.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
Fair enough. I'll hold you to it. I'm gonna let him get that. It's fine. Reputation of the faction has changed. If enemies are hostile, but your reputation isn't kill on sight, leaving for a few days will calm things down. People of Halcyon have short memories. Which one is next? Let's see. You have lost Abernathy's gravesite fee? Yeah, I've lost the gravesite fees. That's true, I have. Persuade was used, another 45 XP. Let's see. Alright, illustrated manual. How far is that one outside of town? 360 meters, I'd say that's pretty close. You with me, Parvati? Good. Any tips? No. So far, it's pretty straightforward. Plays similarly to sort of like somewhere between a Skyrim type game and Borderlands, say, something like that. Performance seems fine. It looks pretty. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and pull out our gun, just in case we need it, you know, because we're probably... Just in case there are bad men. Abandoned outpost discovered. Oh, hey, get away from Parvati, you jerk.
That's the last of them.
Is it? I guess I did finish that one off. All right, well. Well, just, I'm checking to see if I can provide them with some first aid. I'm definitely not looting their bodies. First aid. Definitely. Not bodies. Right? Right. Good. Glad that's clear. Frozen dinner. Collector's domicile. Over there. I'm checking for any hiding bad guys. Definitely not looting every single thing in the place. Looting with some of the things in the place. But not everything. Yet. Terminal. Personal terminal. Clement Eldridge. Messages. Available messages from J. Bartol. I find I must disagree with your theories about Earth's directorate place in the colonial system. Sadly, as much as I appreciate the board and the new frontier they've opened for us, I believe Halcyon and all the other colonies on the rim of the galaxy would fall to pieces or war amongst themselves if Earth directorate wasn't around to regulate trade and settle disputes. You think the corporations would accept mandated inclusion of an Earth minister if they had a choice in the matter? Of course, I'd never dispute that Earth is the heart of the whole colonial system, but the real adventure and independent spirit upon which humankind truly thrives is only to be found here among the furthest colonies. I still think you're wrong about the history, though. The discovery of the skip drive was not what gave Earth Directorate power over the corporations. The high cost of the Great War left them in a weakened state, and the skip drive was simply the extra leverage that the Directorate needed to return to power. Interesting academic discussion. Well, that is the collector's domicile, the collector's letter. I just got the letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate to the Edgewater Cannery, effective immediately. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to running my own gift shop at the community center, selling rare memorabilia, but Scripture tells us that all things happen for a reason. Work fortifies the spirit and all. As for my book collection, I can't bear to part with it. I don't want those books moldering in some contraband locker, so I stashed them all away in a cave over by the river. Down by the river! Well, that's another skill point. Level up. And, gosh, is that cool? Yep. That is everything I just got. Yep. All right, we have 10 more points available. Well, 6 more in science or in tech we'll get. No, we're already there. All right. Let's see. What would be conveniently located to getting to a 20? Nothing is close to getting to a 20 or a 40. Medical up to a 40, I guess. Okay, medical's up to 40 now. Let's apply that. Oh, I don't know why the effective point isn't showing up. Well, one more point in that will give me science at 40. Yeah, competent. Tinkering cost minus 50%. Apply that. So we have 4 points left. More stuff in guns. Plus, we also have a perk, a new perk. So far we have the tactical time dilation recharge rate. Let's get base health. We're going to want it sooner or later anyway. I'm healthier. Illustrated manual. That's what we need next. Okay. So he's hidden the thing we're looking for elsewhere. Mag pick. Oh. Lovely. Porch. Box of goodies. You know, we don't have enough mag picks that I'm just going to use it. My almost entire collection of mag picks on something just sitting out here on the porch. All right, it's 240 meters away, but we've got the rest of this town to poke around in. Already. Not even really a town, just a little bit of not much in the middle of nowhere. More light ammo. I tell you, they really make the place look very inviting, don't they? Well, who leaves the skin turf salve in the sink? Really? I'll resist the urge and not look in the toy. They got evicted. That's not great news for them. Did that open? No. Okay. somebody got evicted from both of those. They got evicted from that. All right, well, we are going to look for the missing book that apparently has been hidden away in a cave. Fortunately, I'm not afraid of any hostiles. After all, we've got a marauder right there. I'm going to go ahead and save. Pardon me, sir. Oh. Just like, it's like he knew I was going to shoot him in the head. Because I'm a bad shot, that's how I'm missing. If I weren't a bad shot, I wouldn't be missing.
That's the last of them.
Yeah, that is. Marauder thug. Thank you for your donation to the cause, sir. Don't take it personal. I wouldn't have shot you if you hadn't been in my way, essentially. Yeah, maybe do take it personal. That actually seems pretty reasonable. Transport wreckage discovered. Cave entrance is down here. Do we have any critters or nothing? Quick save. Well, it sure is pretty in here. All glowy lights and stuff. You with me, Miss Parvati? That's a mine. I now know what a mine looks like, guys. Oh, that's a couple of mines over there. Zero G Brew. Wow, all kinds of hooch. Tarmac and cheese. You see, now this is the kind of thing where we actually want to burn some of the picks and maglocks. Criminal activities, trespassing, lockpicking, hacking, and murder are all considered illegal activities and are frowned upon by society. Avoid being seen if you want to engage in those activities without consequences.
That was quick.
Journal of M. Bakonu. Curious, if we shoot the mines, do they blow up? They do. Well, I'm not done in here yet. We got more cave. Comes out the other end. We can take this back to the man who wanted it in Edgewater.
Vending machine discovered.
That's the last of them.
Sprat hides. Sure. Feral sprats? Oh, don't want to use. What has this got? Vending machines offer a variety of items to purchase, mostly from one company. A hack skill of 20 or higher allows you to sell items to the vending machine. Like that. Restricted items on a vendor can only be purchased when you have a high enough reputation with the associated faction or a hack skill of 40. I think my hacking's at 20. Yes, it's at 20. So I can sell stuff. Let's see. That is ammo. We definitely want to sell that or that. Alcohol. Personality attributes +1. Now we'll sell that. That's food. Hey, Miss T. Liking the game so far? You bought it when you came out, but never played it. I have a habit of never finishing games, or never finished it. I can name the number of games I have finished probably on the fingers of one hand. Maybe two. Knights of the Old Republic 1, Knights of the Old Republic 2, Dragon Age Origins, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Dredge, Marvel Midnight Suns. That's all I'm coming up with right now. So I wouldn't describe it as have a habit of never finishing games. I would describe it as an almost ubiquitous character trait. All right, the food items I think I can keep. That's a pill. Heavy ammo. Weapon parts. We want to keep those. Mining. We have 2 sets of mining. That's a Festos. A Festos. Stealth skills +5. Are they the same? 9.4. 19. Oh, I have 2 of them there. Must be. No. Okay, why is this one worth so much more then? Pristine. Condition 100%. That's pristine. Well, then we'll just sell this one. Spacer's Choice Nicopad. Nicotine ranged weapon spread -50%. Mock apple juice. Let's see. Frozen dinner. Spacer's Choice. Whisper Quiet Muzzler. That is for... Not sure what kind of weapon. Earth Standard caliber weapons. These are all buffs and stuff. Trip Blade. Old MacDonald had a trip blade, E-I-E-I-O, and with the trip blade he killed a sprat, E-I-E-I-O. Okay. 2-hander. Well, we have at least 2 of them, so we don't need 2. I feel safe in saying we don't need 2. Or 3. Makeshift low pressure. I have 2 makeshift low pressure, 13 and 13. I'm just tidying up a little, you know. We have so many things we're carrying around. Ambidextrine. Oh, can't hack that.
We had a locked, what certainly appeared to be a locked door over there. Well, the only reason people lock a door is because there's something behind it that's worthwhile. I don't have enough locky pick bits. Curse their eyes. Fine. Fine. We'll head into town. All right. We've got something that the Vic wanted. Max the Vic. Celebrate. I acknowledge it. I don't have any kids, though. My only family is my brother. And, we send presents back and forth. But I wouldn't say I really, celebrate. I will be here streaming and enjoying alcoholic beverages, so it is fair to say I will be celebrating Christmas night, not Christmas Eve. But I'll be on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day night and enjoying some beverages. So I'll choose to spend my Christmas with you guys. Hello? So, depending on your definition of celebrate, yeah. All right, Max, I got your book.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
I got your book right here.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French.
Tough merd.
It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
Spacer's Choice is now agreeable to me. Apparently I've been helping them out, You didn't want that book to keep others from reading it. You just wanted it for yourself. That book seems to be a bit more important than you let on.
There is little more important than such a precious, rare text. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies
42.
I've
been assured.
This book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent.
It is a shithole.
Wasted.
At least you have your mission work here to give you life meaningful purpose. Oh, that's just sarcasm. Why do you think the book held secrets? This has to be some sort of cosmic retribution. Speaking of plague-ridden backwaters, I should get going. Why did you think this book held the secrets you were looking for?
Bokonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
What's a philosophist?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bokonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
A vicar searching for a banned book sets a bad example, doesn't it?
The story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long time.
Sure to stop
I have
in?
an idea
Might
that we
get
should
the
welcome
25th
the
before
truth,
you. That is
no
true.
matter where we found it.
Be here unless your
I have
PC
the worst
fries.
idea to share my thoughts
Yeah,
with a
that's the kiss of
superior.
death. Nice
And
job.
That's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough
Your
to
last
let an
thing
inmate bend
that
my ear with stories
you'll
of
think
an
before you
original
fall
Bokonu
asleep on
journal.
the 24th
But
is
that's
4th
neither here
is...
nor there. What I need to do now is to find a
Is that
translator,
my computer
obviously.
burning?
But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Could be a beneficial arrangement. You need a ride out of town? Wouldn't mind a ship hand.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back.
The
I'm
watch
pretty
the
handy
back
with a
thing
toss
sounds
ball
okay.
Stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers.
Yeah, I'm good
as
at all
well.
those things already, Vic. Not sure I'm in the market for a hacking, brawling vicar. Maybe some other time. We can always come back and grab him later, so to speak. I'm not actually going to grab him. All right, we completed those, so we have the long tomorrow. Retrieve a cache of medicine. We'll use that as our default for now. I'm going to save, and I think I'm going to call it an evening right here. So thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I am very appreciative. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. At least I think it's morning. It might be early afternoon. Anyway, 5 p.m. Pacific, definitely. Which is, I think, 1 a.m. GMT right now? Not positive. Anyway, probably be back playing more of this. I'm enjoying it so far. But again, thank you guys very, very much for hanging out. Hopefully you will see me soon. I hope the rest of your Saturday night kicks ass and that your Sunday's awesome too. Back tomorrow. Great night.